What's good, Commanders fans? Let's bring those brooms out. Man. Hey, Deontay Banks, what's up, man? What's up with all that trash you were talking last year? All that trash you was talking on Instagram Live. What's up with all that trash? And also, 7-2. It feels so good, guys. It feels so good. I mean, I wanted them to score that touchdown instead of taking the knee, but that's the right thing that you're supposed to do and have class. I'm in my wife's office right now. My basement's getting done and renovated, whatever. So I'll be back in there probably by Tuesday making videos. But Deontay Banks, and then shout out to the Commanders' Instagram or Twitter account when Brian Dable was making Jayden Daniels change plays on the whiteboard and like change this play, do the X, do the Y. And now it's like change the L to a W. So that's just hilarious. Adam Rank, come outside, Adam Rank, come outside. He's the only one to pick against us in the NFL Network's pick him. And he's just such a hater, so I know he's upset, but who cares about Adam Rank? But Terry was cooking Deontay Banks on those 2 touchdowns. So no trash talking from him at all. I know he's going to be quiet, and Terry did the too small on Deontay Banks. I love that from Terry. And the thumbnail, I gotta get like a poster of that. The Jayden Daniels and Terry McLaurin dapping each other. Jayden was talking trash to Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors looked like he was in the Twilight Zone, like he didn't want to be there. The Giants fans were booing the Giants already at halftime. We should have put them away earlier. I think after we got the touch, or we scored before halftime, we should have put them away, because what was it, 21-7 if I'm not mistaken, or 20? It was like 20-7 or something like that. Let me look that up real quick. But this was a good win, guys. We took care of business. It was 21-7. So we really should have put them to bed after halftime and made it 28-7. That's where I feel like we should have put them away. But it is what it is. We took care of business and got the W. 7-2, something we haven't seen since 2005 maybe, or something like that. Just crazy stuff. And then Adam Schefter comes out with the report. I probably will make a separate video about this, because I wanted to make a video yesterday, but I was so busy. He said that players are wanting to come to the Commanders. Players are telling their agents that they want to come and play for the Commanders. They want to join the winning team. They want to join the bandwagon. They want to be a part of what Jayden Daniels and Dan Quinn and Adam Peters and Cliff Kingsbury and all the guys and what they're doing. They see this. They saw that. Everybody in the world saw the Hail Mary. After they saw that, they was like, hey, send me to the Commanders. Send me to the Commanders right now. See, the thing is, of course, and I'll make a separate video, we haven't seen anything like this, especially being under Dan Snyder. It's like that, hearing that is almost just as important as the win today. And it's just monumental. It's insane. And the luxury that we have is that we get to pick guys that want to come to us. We have to make sure that we really want them too, because it may be guys that are asking to come here that we don't really want. But the fact that a bunch of people want to come here, we can make a decision and pick who we want to get and what draft picks we may want to send, or what trade capital or whatever we may want to send to have these guys. But guys are banging on the table and calling their agents and saying that they want to come here. So we have the pickings, instead of having to beg people to come here and overpay or over send draft picks or whatever. We have the luxury of picking who wants to, of deciding on which player that is trying to force their way to come here. We can be like, hey, we don't want this guy, but we want this guy. So we need to pick who really fits our culture and not just trade for people. Just because they say they want to come here doesn't mean we want them to. So we got to understand that part too. We can be picky, and we have the luxury of being picky at this point. So I'm going to just leave it at that. But that's just insane, guys. To go from where we were to having to fire up the jet to overpay guys, and free agents are going to come here next. They're going to want to come here next year too in the offseason. Guys are going to be telling the agents, I want to sign a deal. And they may take cheaper deals. They may take pay cuts to come here. That's the crazy part about it too. I don't know if they're going to take a pay cut, but they may take less money here than they would get elsewhere just to come here and be a part of a winning organization and a winning culture. To hear a winning culture with Commanders is insane. It's something that I didn't think was going to happen this year, but it's already happening. Jayden Daniels is the MVP. Lamar had a crazy game today. They won 41-10 or something like that. Dallas is awful. They're done. They're going to wave the white flag. They're cooked. Their season's over. So it's really just us against the Eagles, and I think we have the leg up over the Eagles. Just think about the NFC East. But, I mean, Jayden, like, everybody was calling me crazy, I think. Well, not calling me crazy, but they were kind of like saying, like, oh, he's not in the MVP conversation, but he's legit in the thick of the MVP conversation. He's a legit candidate. When you walking in, it's even the Giants are bad, but for us, it's hard to beat the Giants in New York. It's something we don't do. We don't do that a lot. And they're refs too. Like, they were working us a little bit. I'm not gonna blame the refs. We won the game anyway. But it's hard to win in New York. It's difficult, man. It doesn't matter how talented of a team we are. It's tough to go into New York and win. And they were running the heck out of the ball. Tyrone Tracy's a good running back. Daniel Jones looked like Vanilla Vic again. He was running the read option, like a Naval Academy type offense. Read play option, running to the outside. Tyrone Tracy was running up the gut. They had -8 passing yards in the first half. -8 passing yards. They did not want Daniel Jones to throw the football. They wanted to run it and run it and run it. And our run defense is suspect. It is what it is. I know our defense is getting better, but our run defense still is suspect. We have a lot of work to do. Dante Fowler's a dog. What, he had 2 sacks or something like that today. He had a forced fumble. That was a big play. Ball is life. When you make plays like that, that's what changes the game. And this is what I said in my preview video. When you punch the Giants in the mouth or you punch Daniel Jones in the mouth, he does not respond. When you knock them down, they're out. That's it. Once you hear the boo birds coming out, the boos in the Giants stadium, they give up. Now, they did fight back a little bit. They did score a touchdown. The 2-point conversions they had were terrible. Good job by the defense at least getting the stops on the 2-point conversions. But when you punch the Giants in the mouth, they don't respond. They don't. They give up. The Vikings game, they gave up at home. They got blown out. Looking at some of their other games, whenever they get punched in the mouth, they just don't respond. The Eagles game 28-3. They were in the game. They got punched in the mouth. They ended up losing 28-3. Just looking at their schedule for the most part, whenever the tough gets going for the Giants, they typically give in and they wave the white flag. Basically, what the Cowboys are going to do this year, the Cowboys are going to pretty soon wave the white flag, or they should wave the white flag. But yeah, let's look at my notes here, guys, and then we're gonna get up out of here. Enjoy the victory for sure. Victory Monday stream tomorrow is gonna be going crazy as always. And I probably will make a separate video. The trade deadline is gonna be lit too. Let's see what Adam Peters ends up doing. So we'll see. Let's see what he ends up doing. So belt to you know what in this game. As I always say, belt to you know what. We should have beat them by more. Should have been 34-22. They should have scored that touchdown, man. Don't take a knee. Just score the darn touchdown. Dante Fowler strip sack on Daniel Jones. That was a good play. Noah Brown forced a pass interference to get us on the goal line. Noah Brown had a heck of a catch. Oh, my gosh. That was a beautiful catch that he had on the sideline for a first down. That was just beautiful by him, and the concentration to redeem himself for all the drops or the 1 or 2 drops that he had last year. That was just great by him. He forced a pass interference. Then we scored a touchdown with Terry McLaurin. That's when he talked trash to Deontay Banks. We couldn't stop the read option. I talked about that. Daniel Jones had his first touchdown pass in 672 days. And then we responded with a really good drive. Noah Brown had that great catch. And Jayden converts the 4th and 1 on a nice run. We're 100% on 4th downs this year. We just can't be stopped on 4th downs. Austin Eckler had a good game. He had a day. He stepped up with B-Rob being out. That was huge. Chris Rodriguez had a good game. I thought he ran strong. He was toting the rock. McNichols got in the mix a little bit too. Eckler had a touchdown. And he had a nice catch and run for a first down on like a 3rd down. That was a great call by Cliff. And then the clutch play by Jayden. Jayden had a really nice pass to Noah Brown over the middle too. Like he zipped that ball in. Like he lasered that football in. There's only a tier of quarterbacks that can make that throw. There's only a tier of quarterbacks, and he's in that tier clearly. Frankie Louisville batted down a pass, and then Jeremy Chin, he played pretty well today. He had a couple pass breakups today. I thought he was flying around and playing well. He had a good 3rd down stop. Jayden passed to Noah Brown. This is the pass I told about. Austin Eckler converted on a 4th down. I feel like they challenged that, and we still got it, if I'm not mistaken, or that I think they reviewed it or something like that. Nick Allegretti had a holding penalty, which hurt us for Jayden Daniels' run for a first down. Diami had a big run and catch on 3rd and 20. That was huge by Diami. He's really good on those screens, man. And I don't even know if I think it was just a quick pass, and he just broke it up the field for like 20, 22 yards. That was great by Diami. He's so good at that. He's so good. That is like his best attribute right now. Not him. Like when we got him coming out of college, we thought he was going to be a speed demon and all that, which he's done a couple times in his career. But when he catches the football and just runs and breaks tackles, he is so talented at that. Like he seriously is. He really is. Jayden threw the ball in the dirt on 2nd down. Some people thought it was a fumble, but he threw it into the dirt. That was like the one hiccup that he had. But I see why he did it, because Bobby Urikike or Rick or whatever his name is was behind Austin Eckler. So it is what it is. He bounced back. The Dorrance Armstrong roughing the passer penalty. That's the rule. He hit Daniel Jones in the face. That's just the rule. It is what it is on that. That's just the rule of the NFL. I didn't think there was anything egregious that he did or anything malicious. And he didn't grab Daniel's face mask. What's his name? Daniel Jones. He did not grab Daniel Jones' face mask, but the rule is the rule is the rule. Malik Neighbors got the 4th down, but I thought he did not get that 4th down, honestly. I really didn't. I didn't think he got that 4th down. But they snapped the ball very quickly before we could challenge. They did have a touchdown pass to Wan'Dale Robinson, but it was taken away by offensive pass interference. It was like about time we get a call. And we ran the same play earlier with Terry where they ran a pick play, but they decided to call the penalty on the Giants, which I'm fine with. It's about time we got a call on the road. Theo Johnson, their tight end, he did get a touchdown catch, but he had a couple big-time drops that really helped us out during the game. I think he had like 2 drops where they were just big-time drops that he had over the middle of the field. Austin Eckler got the first down on 3rd and 9. That was a great play by him. Great catch and run. Jeremy McNichols had a run for a first down. Quan Martin, he caught an interception. And then, actually, no, they said that I guess they took away the interception. I can't remember what happened with that. It was such a weird sequence of events. Like, he caught the interception, and then Darius Slayton punched it out. So I guess they called it a drop. I don't know. It was just a lot going on for me at that time, getting food and whatnot. But touchdown Theo Johnson over the middle, I was upset with that. A lot of people gave Ben St. Juste a hard time. He did get a penalty, but I thought that was not a penalty on him when he was fighting with Malik Neighbors. But we just need a corner, guys. We know this. We know that we need a corner. Adam Peters, if he can trade for a corner, that would be the biggest position that we really need at this point, is another cornerback to go up against those Eagles wide receivers. Sack on the 2-point conversion, we did get a stop there. So that was huge that we stopped on the 2-point conversions, because that would have gave them momentum and gave them confidence. After that score, it was 27-22. So it would have been 27-24 if they would have made the 2-point conversion. If they would have made any of the 2-point conversions, it would have been 27-26. And then the 2nd and 9 pass to Olamide Zaccheaus, that was big, man. Olamide ran up the field for how many yards? I'm going to look this up real quick to be accurate. 42-yard catch, man. That was insane. That was awesome. That was a great play call by Cliff. And that was just awesome. It's just great play calling there by Cliff. Cliff might get taken away. He really might. He might get taken away as a head coach. So just be ready for that, guys. And then we took the knee instead of scoring the touchdown. Chris Rodriguez got there, really. I thought it was a touchdown, honestly, before that, but they said he was down. It wasn't a touchdown. It was like 3rd and 1, and we got the first down, and he was literally like a hair away. But Chris Rodriguez played well, man. How many yards on the ground? He had 11 carries for 52 yards. Austin Eckler had 11 carries for 42 yards and 3 catches for 41 yards. So like 80-something yards total for Austin Eckler. Tyrone Tracy, 16 carries for 66 yards. We didn't do a good job on him, so I'm not going to act like we did a good job stopping the run. We just did not. That's our Achilles heel, is slowing down the run game, because we got to do better than that. I think we got to do better than that, especially against Najee Harris next week against the Steelers. That's going to be a good game. If you guys are going to that game, please let me know. Please keep the terrible towels up out of there. Keep the terrible towers up out of our house. Let's see your team stats. How did we do on 3rd down? The Giants were 6 for 11 on 3rd down, so we didn't do well. They were 2 for 2 on 4th down. We were 2 for 2 on 4th downs too. Rushing yards, 149. We had 149. They had 164. The Giants had 0 sacks, and they lead the league in sacks. And they had 0 sacks. Dexter Lawrence, once again, 0 sacks. You know what we do to Dexter Lawrence? He does nothing. Dan Quinn, he owns the Giants. Tyler Biadasz, he dominates against Dexter Lawrence. We dominate. That's why we're like, oh my gosh, the Giants have such a good pass rush. Okay, it doesn't matter. So you saw what we did to Myles Garrett. We saw what we did to him. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good of a pass rusher you are. You're not stopping Jayden. You're not catching Jayden. He can throw the ball. He can run. You're just not stopping him. It doesn't matter if you have an elite pass rush. It doesn't matter. We have things that stop a pass rush. Brandon Coleman, I thought he did a decent job. I got to look at the tape and look at some of the PFF numbers. We did have 5 penalties for 52 yards, so we got to clean that up against the Steelers next week, which is a tough opponent for sure. So we got to do better. We lost the time of possession, but it's fine. It is what it is on that. But Jayden Daniels, 50 for 22 and 209 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. So MVP candidate, man, it's real. It really is real, man. I'm telling you. But you guys let me know what you guys think. As always, enjoy this win, 7-2, Victory Monday, coming up tomorrow. Peace.